Let's talk a moment about inflation. Now, I don't know about you. I was talking to somebody recently who told me it cost $180 just to fill up their truck. Another person today said it would be well over $200 when they filled up their truck. I thank God I don't have a truck right now. Although every man wants a truck. But truth is, things are going up in price. You go to the store, and things just seem a lot more expensive. I understand today that the inflation rate was 9.1%. The largest inflation rate since 1981. Wow. Inflation. And I was thinking, how are we going to navigate this thing called inflation? Because it happens. And what's the best way to navigate it? And a little thought came to my mind. We're going to be preaching on this on Wednesday nights, beginning tonight. Very similar situation in the book of Haggai. He was a prophet that was sent to prophesy during the time of Ezra when they were going to be rebuilding the temple. It had been delayed for 17 years. There had been a lot of upheaval and discontent, people against them. I think during the period of time just of the beginning of going back to Jerusalem to the time when the temple was finished, there were 6 different changes in rulers. So you can imagine a lot of turmoil, a lot of various things going on. And here's in the midst of this, you have these believers, and they're just trying to get by. So they built their houses. And the Bible speaks in chapter 1 that they, built their own house. They covered their house with a roof. And the argument is, well, the house of God is lying in waste. But you're living in a house. But you've done nothing for my house. So I just want you to think, God says, as a result of that, you have so much, but you gather in little. And when you do work for wage, you put it in a bag that has a hole in it. It sounds kind of like inflation. What does he ask them to do? He just says, literally, I want you to consider or set your heart upon your ways. It would be closer to the Hebrew. Set your heart upon your ways. Think about where you're at, what you're doing, how you are as a believer supposed to relate to life. Because truth is, the most important thing in your life and mine is a right relationship with the God that we know and love, with Jesus Christ. To live out our life, and as we've talked about in recent devotions, cultivating faithfulness, trusting in the Lord, having an expectation, the Word of God says, it comes from Him, not from this world. I don't know about you. I'm sure your 401k, I wouldn't know much about these things, has been hit. I'm sure if you have any investments, they've been hit. I'm sure if your house has gone up in value, and now that the interest rates are up, it won't sell at that value. And that's okay. You can say, well, that's easy for you to say. No, I'm getting up there too. That's okay. Because we can cultivate faithfulness. This is the answer to our lives. It always has been. From the day that you received Christ, this is the answer for everything that you'll face. Set your eyes on Him. Look away from the things that are here on this earth and put your eyes on Him. Let Him be the author and the finisher, the completer of your faith. Let this world just fade away. Just melt into the person that has loved you and given Himself for you and cares for you. He not only knows you, but He covers you. He advocates for you. And He loves you anyway. You and me both. Let's trust Him. That's basically what Haggai is saying. Trust God. Do what's right. Honor His house. Let's get together. Let's do it all the more. Let's trust God to glorify an example of people that put him where he belongs, and put him where he belongs in the midst of his people, worshiping together, loving one another, trusting him. We can do that. Hey, I think that's quite a testimony. Till next time, friends, God bless you.